Mobile rolling. Tab.com.au mobile barrier heads to the back. Trial number 3, class 6 or better. Fast class for the paces of the day. Horse number 1 off the top of my head, Alex Ashwood, Kate Hargraves, C7. 2 Motu, Gatecrasher, New Zealand bred, Jeff Webster, M1C7. 3 Professor Tom, Chris Alford, Gary and Debbie Quinlan, M1C8. 4 Mr. Wickham, Greg Sugars drives, Lee Everson trainer, M6C13. Starter says go. The green light is on. They're off and they're racing back about 5 metres. The outside pair, Professor Tom and Mr. Wickham. They're the last pair really. Motu Gatecrasher began well and went straight to the lead by 4 metres. In second place is Off the Top of My Head. And then about 6 or 7 metres away in third place, maybe just a tad less than 7 metres to Professor Tom third. And 4 metres away in fourth place is Mr. Wickham. So around the home, the Aberdeen Racing home turn, they travel. 7.5 was the lead time. And Off the Top of My Head, the leader now, but just ran off the pegs a bit there. Went round on the outside and ran to the front. So it's Off the Top of My Head by 4 metres. In second place now is Motu Gatecrasher at the bell with the orange light. Now on top of the orange light, and they've got a circuit to go. So they're in saddlecloth order. 1, 2, 3, 4 at the orange light. Bell was circuit out. Off the Top of My Head, originally handed up to Motu Gatecrasher, went round at the lavender quarter, moved off the pegs and went to the front. So it's Off the Top of My Head, who's now in advance by 5 metres on Motu Gatecrasher. 4 metres Professor Tom in the similar margin. Mr. Wickham fourth, 12 metres from the lead up. 7.5 lead time. 29.2 was the first quarter of the last mile and 30.7 the second quarter. 29.2 and 30.7. 59.9 the first half of the last mile. Off the Top of My Head quickens up down the back. Led by 6.5 metres. In second placing is Motu Gatecrasher. They were followed about 7 metres away by Professor Tom third. They're spreading now. And 7 metres Mr. Wickham under a bit of pressure in fourth. 27.2 the third quarter. Off the Top of My Head really quickened it up down the back and is in advance by about 8, just under 10 metres. 8 metres in front from Motu Gatecrasher. 6 metres Professor Tom, and then Mr. Wickham starting his run, but he'll have to sprint very quickly. Off the Top of My Head's in cruise control though. Leads by 5 metres from Motu Gatecrasher. Mr. Wickham flying home. Leader knocking up Off the Top of My Head. Mr. Wickham, Motu Gatecrasher wearing it down, but Off the Top of My Head won it. Off the Top of My Head by a head. Alex Ashwood never touched it, but it got very tired late, and it's just won it Off the Top of My Head despite drifting out a little bit late. Now second goes to Motu Gatecrasher, who's been beaten about a half a neck down on the inside. A half head in front of Mr. Wickham, who flew through in the centre, and Professor Tom fourth. Fourth and final quarter of 28.1. Last half mile of 55.3. The middle half of 57.9. And the Aldebaran Park mile rate, 155. 1, 2, 4 and 3 are the placings. 1, 2, 4, 3. 1, 2, 4, 3 are the placings. Finishing in first position, horse number 1 Off the Top of My Head. Too good for them. They've got a bit tired late, but won well. Hope you're remaining in MO much longer on that trial, won't it? Alex Ashwood, the driver. Kate Hargraves, the trainer. Second, 2 Motu Gatecrasher, Jeff Webster. Third, 4 Mr. Wickham. Greg Sugars, Lee Everson. And fourth, 3 Professor Tom, Chris Alford, Gary and Debbie Quinlan. 1, 2, 4, 3 are the placings. The race time of 22.9, 22.9. The gross lead time 7.5, 7.5. Mile rate for Aldebaran Park of 155, 155. The quarters of the final mile, the first quarter 29.2, second quarter 30.7, third quarter 27.2, fourth and final quarter of 28.1. 29.2, 30.7, 27.2, 28.1. The quarters, 59.9 the first half of the last mile. The middle half of 57.9, last half mile of 55.3. 59.9 and then 57.9 and 55.3 the last half mile, 55.3. Last quarter of 28.1, 28.1 the last quarter. 155.3 the last mile, 155.3. The margins were a neck by a head. A neck by a head were the margins. Gross time of 22.9, mile rate for Aldebaran Park of 155, 155.3 last mile, 55.3 last half mile, 28.1 last quarter. Margins a neck by a head, 1, 2, 4, 3.